Hello there, this is DBT and this Art of Room. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today I bring you another episode of Roomy Face Off! The series of videos in which I put two cars to race one another in a 5-race matchup to determine which one is the superior car. At least for this video. And today, we're gonna be doing a matchup of GT1. Oh yeah, you saw it on the title, you saw it on the thumbnail. It's the Mercedes-Benz 𝐂𝐂𝐄-𝐅 versus the Porsche 911 GT1 Evolution. And oh, that's gonna be fun. Before I jump into it, you know what to do. If you like my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. When you do these things, you tell YouTube this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way, the channel can continue growing and I can continue making these videos for you. So go ahead, do it for DBT. But alright, so what does it do with this matchup? Well, first of all, let's talk about the rules. First off, we need to determine which of these two cars is going to be the one that will start this entire thing. And for that, I have this very useful little website to do a coin flip. I already have it set up for Mercedes or Porsche. Let's determine which one is going to be the starting car. And that's gonna be Mercedes. I wish I had some animation of, hey, Mercedes ones, but anyway. Now we know that it's gonna be Mercedes. So let me write it down over here. We got Mercedes, and then we're gonna have Porsche. And alright, the way that this is gonna work is that we're gonna be doing 5 races with each car, but these races are gonna be alternating. That is to say, first I'm gonna do one race with the Mercedes, and then one with the Porsche, then one with the Mercedes, so on and so forth. And based on the results of the race and how many players were in each one of these races is how many points you get. So for example, if I do a race where there were 8 players and I got a 4th place, I'm gonna be given this amount of points. And at the end of the entire matchup, we're gonna tally the points and determine which one won. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the cars that we're going to be driving today, this is one of them, Porsche 911 GT1 Evolution. It's of Class B, rank of 1680, and well, here's the stats with the tuning kit. But there's also the absolutely gorgeous Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR AMG, I mean, whatever. And this one is of the rank of 1681, so in theory it's a tiny bit better than the other car, but you know that doesn't really play much of a role in this type of races, so it should be fine. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the races. Round 1. Fight! And yes, as the coin flip determined, we're starting with the CLK GTR. And oh boy, listen, I have to say it, you know, I have a preference over here. I want the CLK GTR to win, alright? I love that car. It's one of my favorite non-Lambo cars from the olden times. That has to do with the first racing game that I really got into, whatever. That's a story that I've told a couple of times, and maybe I'll tell at some other point. But for now, all I can tell you is that I absolutely adore this car. I love it. Though I like more the racing version because this is actually the Strassen version, the street version of this car. Because once again, being a GT1 car, this had to be homologated. So there was a race version of it, and there was also a road version, and this is indeed the road version. It was just part of the FIA rules for GT1, so there you go. But yeah, I absolutely love this car. I've always liked it a lot, and it was one of my main objectives to acquire in this game when I started playing Asphalt. Don't knock me down, oh Jesus Christ. When I started playing Asphalt 8, this was, along obviously with my Lambos, this was one of my main objectives because, man, I absolutely love this car. I don't know. And I know that it's a bit of a controversial thing because people can see this car and be like, that's not really a good looking car. It looks super weird. It looks squashed down, super stretched. I don't know. It's weird. How can you possibly like that? Well, all I can tell you is that the result of this race is first place, as it should be with the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. Oh yeah, baby! And that was a lot of players as well, Jesus. Yeah, look at that. That was a 9-player race and I got a first place. Oh boy, that's gonna be a lot of points. Let me write it down. So for the first race, it was 9 opponents and I got a first place. Look at those points. Oh yeah, baby. Now, as much as I like that first result, I shall not sing any victory songs just yet. Because of course, this whole thing is random. That's why we are changing the car so that we get different lobbies of people, different everything. So let's see what happens in the second race. However, well, this is the first race with the Porsche, but this is Rooftop Raceway, and this has always been a bit of a cursed track in general. You know why? The start of it can be an absolute mess. Either because everybody pushes you or because you end up crashing, which is the case for me more often than not, but hey. And also I see a bunch of really powerful cars like Aventadors and Bentleys. So, let's see what the Porsche can do. Now, I was just saying that I really like the look of the Mercedes-Benz CLK GT-R because even though... Oh, Jesus Christ. See what I'm saying about pushing? Oh, God. Oh, I called it. I told you. Oh, Jesus. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I never panic, people. What's wrong with you? I called it. This race is always a mess. So, hey, once again, this is just the very first of 5 rounds, all right? So, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I do like a lot the look of the Mercedes because it indeed looks absolutely weird. It is a purpose-built vehicle, meaning that it's not meant to be completely aesthetic. It's more about being functional for a race. Because that was the whole thing. The racing car was... The idea for Mercedes was to build an incredible racing car, and then they just were like, yeah, whatever, let's just make the road version as well because we need to have it for the rules of the FIA. So they did that, and that's why the road version, yeah, you know, it looks a lot like the race car, just some difference here and there, but hey. All right, so that is the first race with the Porsche. Unfortunately, that was indeed a very unfortunate one. But, well, that's a 7-player 6th place. Okay, let's write that down. That's gonna be 7 players, 6th place. Yeah, quite a bit of a difference of points, but hey, once again, there's still a long way to go. Round 2. Fight! Okay, so this is the second race with the CLK. Let's see how we do over here. To be fair, I do believe that in the very first race, I got really lucky with no Bentleys or Aventadors or anything like that. So it was really good to get a first place like that. Over here, we're back to normalcy, just like we saw in the Porsche race, with a bunch of Aventadors and Bentleys because those cars are spam. I'm surprised that I don't see as many, what is it called, the Cadillac 16, because that one was a car that you could get through ads for quite a while, and it's a very strong car in this bracket as well. So if anything, I would expect those 3 cars to be spam: Aventador, the Bentley, and the Cadillac. But no, it's mostly Aventadors and, oh Jesus Christ, and Cadillacs that you see over here. But hey, let me switch to perfect nitro, and I'm gonna take the long route over here just to try to avoid the traffic. And I'm out of nitro. That's not good. I'm gonna risk. Oh, I actually just tried to do a flat spin, but I failed. That might have actually been a blessing in disguise, because at least, listen, when you do the flat spins, if you don't land perfectly right, you're gonna lose a ton of speed as you land. And obviously that's not good because that allows a lot of other... Oh, I thought it was gonna go for the other nitro bottle. That allows people to catch up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. No. We're fine. Don't panic, people. Oh, you think I would panic? What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, that's nitro for me. That guy in second place might be running low on nitro. No, I think he's gonna keep the second place. But you know what? Still a third place is not a bad result, all things considered. How many players was that? I don't know, but let's check. So, wow, look at that. It was the Jags who won. Interesting. I've heard that this is a very strong car as well somehow, given the rank. But hey, that's an 8 players, 3rd place. Not bad. All right, so that's 8 players, 3rd place. Pretty decent. Ooh, we're in the Viterra 9. Let's go. It's an opportunity for the Porsche 911 to do something crazy over here. Now listen. As much as I love the Mercedes-Benz CLK GT-R, there's one thing that I gotta admit about this car, the Porsche. I mean, I do like it as well. It looks cool. Not as cool as the Mercedes, but hey. But in this game, this car brooms absolutely amazing. It has that, what is it, what is it supposed to be? V6? I don't even know. That beautiful noise that I love in this game is one of my favorite roomy noises. Check this out. Oh, you gotta love it. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see. And listen, to be fair, I think in general it is accepted that the CLK GT-R, it's a better car in this game than the Porsche. But once again, this is multiplayer, and multiplayer, this is the whole point of this series, that things are random, whatever can happen. So who knows, maybe this car might still pull ahead. So hey, we'll see what happens over here. Now obviously this is the very busy bracket, the one that is spammed with those cars that I already mentioned. So it can be very difficult in general, but still, randomness is random, and random stuff can happen over here, and that is something to enjoy about this series. It's not too serious, obviously, and I've said it a bunch of times, I said it in every video, but I'm still gonna repeat it, that no matter if I have a preference of which car I would like to win, under no circumstances I'm gonna throw a race to bias the results, alright? I hope that you believe me on this. But yeah, there's absolutely, despite my preferences, I will not bias any results. Like I've said in the very first example, oh Jesus Christ, of this series that I did, which was Ferrari versus Lamborghini. Oh God, sorry buddy, sorry. Even in that case, Lamborghini lost, Ferrari won. So if I didn't bias that result with my favorite brands versus one of my most hated brands, that should tell you that I'm definitely not here to bias it. Look at that, that's a second place. Now, it's not as good in theory as the first place that I got with the CLK in the first race, but this was a full lobby. This was 12 players, look at that. You know what that means? This is worth a lot. Just how much? Let's check it out. So we got that it was 12 players, second place. That is actually more points than a first place with 9 players. This is why I set up this entire system like this, because it's way harder to get a first place when there's 12 players than it is to get when there's 9. So, oh man, I'm telling you, this system makes sense even if it doesn't seem like it does. Round 3. Fight! All right, we're into the third race with the CLK, and let's see how we do over here. This is not as big a lobby. This is, I think, like 6 or 7 players, but still, let's hope for the best results that we can get over here. Now, real quick, I mean, like I said, this is a story that I've told. Well, no, actually, this is a different story, but still. This car, the CLK GT-R, was actually the king of GT1. Ooh, RIP, buddy. It was the king of GT1 back in the day. The first, I suppose that... Oh, God. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. No! I'm fine. Oh, boy. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Dude, would you stop pushing me? Jesus freaking... I'm fine. Don't panic, people. Don't panic. I know what I'm doing. Please give me a good jump. Please give me a good jump. Please give me a good jump. Please let it be a good... It's a good jump. Good. Oh, God! I'm fine. No, I missed the nitro. Calm down, DBT. Calm down. We got this. We got them Bentleys. Let the record show that I'm trying my best to not complain as much about the Bentley, but you know that I'm hating every single Bentley that I see. Just saying. Hey, listen. All things considered, I still got back to third place. I thought this was gonna be way worse. So, you know what? Whew, I'll take it. All right, so, excuse me. Oh, look at that. Lamborghini and Ferrari for first and second place. Lovely stuff. Oh, and the Bentley ended up being the last place. Let's go. I mean, not that that makes me happy, but that makes me happy. So now for this one was 7 players, third place. All right, there's my points. Oh, look at that. Nice little jacket that you're wearing over there, just saying. But yeah, so as I was saying, basically the original king of GT1 was the McLaren F1. And that thing was incredibly dominating in GT1. Did I say GT1 or F1? I hope I said GT. Okay, once again, in GT1, the original Titan was the McLaren F1. And it did amazing and whatnot, and eventually Porsche was like, no, wait up. This ain't right. Oh, no. I swear to you that was not me throwing the race, all right? You saw what I was trying to do. I just missed a ramp. I'm fine. Maybe someone else is gonna crash somewhere, hopefully. So anyway, Porsche was like, no. What do you mean you, McLaren, are gonna beat me at my own game? We are the kings. We should be the kings of this racing series. So they developed this car. Well, technically not exactly this. They developed the Porsche 911 GT1, while this is the GT1 Evolution, which was like the second generation of it, but whatever. It's basically a very similar looking car. And they developed that to race against the F1, and eventually the Porsche ended up beating the McLaren F1, and Porsche was king for a little while, and they were like, oh yeah, now we're talking. And this was a terrible race. Oh man, I promise you I wasn't throwing that race. Easy. Right, that's gonna hurt a little. Well, you know what? That's not too bad, because that's not too many players. The least amount, or the less players that are in a race, the least amount, how can I say it? I guess I'll show you on the table. All right, so yeah, so it was a 5-player race, and I got a 5th place. Yeah, it's not a ton of points, but what I was saying is that getting a last place with 5 players is at least worth more than, for example, a last place on 10 players or 11 or 12 or whatever. This is worth much less. So at least it's not the worst case scenario, but still not a great one. The logic is the same. When there's less players, you're more likely to be at the very end than when there's a ton of players. Being the very, very last one is like, Jesus, you had to put some effort to be that bad at the race. Round 4. Fight! Oh, look at Galactical Coastlines, one of the rumors with the DBT hoodie. Looking good. So as I was saying, the Porsche 𝐅𝐅 in GT1 was doing good, defeating the McLaren F1, being like, oh yeah, now we're king. And then Mercedes was like, no, wait up. I won that first place, and they developed this beautiful car, the Mercedes-Benz CLK GT1. Now, credit where credit is due. This car is actually in order. Okay, so here's how it went. Basically, by the time that Mercedes decided, like, wait a second, what do you mean that they're winning? No, we need to win this one. And they decided to create a car for GT1, but they did it in 4 months, which is absolutely ridiculous. To build a car from 0 to 100 in 4 months, a race car at that, it's a crazy undertaking. And that's what I was saying, credit where credit is due. They actually, story goes, that they bought a McLaren F1 and they tore it apart to see how the thing was built, and then kind of use that as a bit of a blueprint to build this thing. So to some degree, yeah, the F1 gave way to the creation of this car. But yeah, so they created this car and actually did terrible. It lost. The first iteration of this car just didn't have it in it. I think it was 2 cars that participated, and the first one of the cars just had a technical issue right at the start or something. And then the other car did manage to finish the race and finish like 20 laps behind the winner of that race. So yeah, it didn't do great. But then the second generation, the next year, once they reworked this car, that's when this thing started really showing its colors. All right, so we got a 3rd place, which is not too terrible. This is a 7 race player and 3rd place. Yeah, I'll take it. Actually, it's the same result that we got on the other race, right? 7 and 3. That's a lot of points. Listen, nothing is written in stone yet, but it's looking a little grim for the Porsche. Even if I'm not showing just yet the sum of points. Oof. Now, like I said, oh, look at that. Once again, that beautiful hoodie. Like I said, while I do want the Mercedes-Benz CLK GT1 to win, and so far it's looking good for it, I need to give this car a fighting chance as well, because, hey, fair is fair. So I'm gonna shut up for this race and try to focus and see if I can do something decent for it to get some points. I think this is like an 8-player race, so let's see what we do over here. So there's some Bentleys. And I'm almost at the very end of the racing, of the starting grid, so not fantastic. All right, that player left after after the race had already started, so that still counts, all right? I'm still gonna count it, so yes. No good. His name. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was just paying attention to his name saying crashed. Oh, they're doing a little bit of bouncing around. Yeah, you saw how the car landed on its roof and it didn't wreck. That is hacking. No, it's not hacking. That's just desync. But everybody loves to say that that's hacking, so yeah. Sort of making a bit of a joke. I'm low on nitro, and that's a little bit. Oh, Jesus! A little bit concerning. Just a little longer. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna overtake second or third. First or second. But if I can keep the third, that would be pretty dope. All right, look at that. That's actually the same result as I got with the CLK in the previous race. So at least that's some decent amount of points. But yes. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the one that I was talking about. The Caddy 16. Yep, there it is. Good to see some other variety of cars. Oh, look at that, an SLR. Lovely stuff. But yeah, that's... Oh no, we said 8. It's 8, third place. All right, that's actually a bit more points even. All right. I keep forgetting to zoom in into this thing. Anyway, so this is gonna be 8 and third place. 390. Yeah, so that's 40 more points than this. But man, it's still looking grim, I'm telling ya. Final round. Fight! And yeah, like I just said, for the sake of trying to give the Porsche a fighting chance, I'm gonna continue my non-stop japping in this race where I don't pay as much attention in the race. And I'll shut up for the Porsche one to see if we can make it come back a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, so since we're gonna do our last race with the CLK GT1, might as well mention that just how dominating was the CLK GT1 in GT1. absolutely dominating. So much so that it made everybody rage quit GT1. That's right. This car was so good that nobody wanted to race against it, and that just effectively killed GT1. And that was the end of GT1 in the 90s. Because this car was just absolutely bonkers with the level of power that it had. Well, I mean, with the performance overall. Because obviously being a... You know what? I'm going to go for the jump. Maybe not the greatest idea, but... Oh, God! Oh, God! Mother... I'm fine. Ooh, yeah, now I'm in a way lower position than I was. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, this thing was super powerful. Like I was just saying, being racing series with rules and whatnot, the cars were limited to how much horsepower they could have, and this and that, and blah 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 blah. So in theory, there were fair fights, but still, this car was just something else. And yeah, it destroyed the GT1 series of races because nobody wanted to race it anymore because this was just so powerful. So there you go. That's a little bit of the story of the Mercedes-Benz CLK GT-R. And I got an 8th place. This is going to hurt a little bit. That's going to be definitely not a lot of points. Because this was what, 9 players? Yeah. 9 players, 8th place. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. All right, let's write this down. So that's gonna be 9 and 8, and that's just 120 points. Can the other one come back? I see it difficult, but maybe, who knows, we get a top player race with first place? Well, this is it, the last race, and unfortunately, there's only like 5 players in this race, so the chances to get a crazy payout on points seem low, but I'm gonna shut up. Jesus Christ. So once again, try to give this car a little bit of points. Because I feel bad for crashing it once. Oh, what? I keep on going on this route, but I don't know that it's the best route. I've never learned which is the best route. That is the route that I use in Asphalt Legends Unite, but over here in Asphalt 8, I'm not sure. I need to check what the pros do. Okay, shut up, DBT. And I'm out of nitro. That's not ideal. No! No! Well, listen, still at 2nd place? Given all the odds over here and what I was racing against, that's still pretty good. Defeated by 1 Bentley, but I did beat an Aventador Bentley and an SLR. Okay, I don't know how good or bad the SLR is, but yeah. That's gonna be 5 players and a 2nd place. So let's put it down here with 5 players, 2nd place, and that is the amount of points. Well, I don't think we need to reveal the points to know which one won, but still, we're gonna do the usual reveal over here because yes. For the Mercedes, the total amount of points gained were 1750 points. And for the Porsche, it was 1530. Well, it's official. We have a winner! Mercedes took it. Yep, there it is. Listen. I can't be too mad about it because I did want Mercedes to win, what can I say? But once again, I hope you believe me when I say that I wasn't trying to bias the results or anything. We just had a bit of an unfortunate situation. Ah, Jesus Christ. A bit of an unfortunate situation here with the 5 out of 5 terrible results. Other than that, oh man, imagine if I had gotten, what, a 2nd place? Whoa, look at that. Oh man. Well, it is what it is. To be fair, we also had a horrendous result here in this race. So, hey, listen, fair is fair. Whatever happened, happened. It was recorded, and that's the result. If you want to get a heart and a pin, you need to limit the key phrase, which for today is going to be the Titans of GT1 battling for the title once again. And why don't you let me know in the comments if you would like me to make another video where I put the Mercedes-Benz CLK against the McLaren F1. Because even though it's from a completely different bracket, I do have it MP tuned precisely so that I will have all three of the main GT1 cars for the 1680 bracket. Now, I'm not super keen on the idea of putting or of making a face-off of a tuned car versus a pro car, but once again, given the randomness of this entire thing and it's based just on the RNG of multiplayer, maybe this could still be fun. So why don't you let me know in the comments if you would be interested on seeing now the CLK GTR versus the F1. That could be fun. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Once again, if you're enjoying this series, please hit the like button. Also, let me know in the comments that you're enjoying this and you want me to make more. Give me some other ideas of what cars to do. But for now, that's gonna do it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!